let's look for A8. No, 7B. 7B. Is this whole sequence is arithmetic sequence, right? So A1 not equal to A2. That means the difference cannot be 0. There's 3 numbers. This one form the geometry sequence and determine our possibility K. This one also form a geometry sequence, right? So this is a very straightforward question. Straightforward, we should understand. It's no creative, right? So basically, you see like A1, A2, A3, right? So geometry sequence, arithmetic sequence, there could be like this: A1 equal to A2 plus D. So A2 equal to A1 plus D. A1 plus 2D, like this. Another one is 2A1, 2A2 is A1 plus A3. Depends on what you are trying to using this, right? So we'll not decide. So first we find out like the next one. So A1, A2, A6 is the geometry sequence. So geometry sequence. So A1 divided by A2 equal to A2 divided by A6, right? It's like this. So therefore, like we saw, like A2 squared should be equal to A1 times A6. Yeah. So now we decide here this one. This one is not good, right? This is for all of them. A6, there's A6 involved. So this one don't use that. We're using this one. So A2 will be like A1 plus D squared, right? This is A1 plus 5D, right? Then we expand that one will be A1 squared plus 2A1 D and plus D squared. A1 square plus A1 5D, right? Here we find this one cancel out, and this one move here. Therefore, D square equal to 3 A1D. And this one A1, right? Now we want to cancel the D. So before we cancel the D, we should see the reason. That's why this one is asked for writing here. Writing, you will find clearly your writing here why you can decide to delete that D. So because this is something, blah blah something. Therefore, because this one, right? Because A1 not equal to A2, therefore D is not 0. So since D is not 0, now we can say D equal to 3A, right? This is when D equal to 3A. Yeah. So now we see this next one. Next one will be like same thing, right? So we can use this same thing. So here, AK, right? So A1, what is that? A1, A4, AK. So A1, A4, AK. So this one, A4, A4. This one's same, right? The next one should be different. This should be different. Let's use different things to write here. Next one should be A1 plus 4. 4 will be 3D, right? But equal to A1 plus A1 plus K. K1, right? K minus 1D, right? Here like this, right? So expand that one will be A1 squared plus 6 A1D plus 9D, right? Therefore equal to A1 squared, right? Plus here is wrong. So we know this. So we know this D is already have this answer. So we don't need a A1. So we don't need a expand this, solve the D. D already solved this. 3, so it's 3 times 3 is, so this is 100. A1 squared. Right? This one will be like a 3D, right? So it'd be 3D. It'd be A1 squared. Plus 3D, right? 3A, 3, so 3 A1 square K minus 1. So here, right? And this one would be 99 A1 square. Then if we want to divide by this one, we should say the same thing again. I'm going to see the reason, okay? Because D is not equal to 0, right? If D is not equal to 0, then A cannot be 0. So A1 cannot be 0, so we can divide by this one. So this got the same reason, say A1 not equal to 0, so we can divide by 0. 33 equal to K minus 1, and therefore K equal to 34. 34. So this question is very straightforward. It's straightforward thinking. The curriculum, all curriculum is straightforward thinking. No turning around, no creative thinking. But it's asking you writing. Writing here, just be careful here each time. When you do something, let's say divide by, let's say move the D, both divide by D, the D cannot be 0. You find the reason. You got to write D, why D is not 0, because you give to this A1 not equal to A2, this D not 0. So also when you do the A is not 0, right? When you this one we divide by this, A cannot be 0. So this one, in the end, you got this one. And this is a simple question. From 7 is simple.